1800 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Farzana Khan. First, the headlines. National Coordination Committee meeting chaired by Prime Minister in Islamabad has discussed coronavirus situation in the country. Talking to Speaker National Assembly in Islamabad today, Imran Khan said Parliament has a pivotal role in fight against coronavirus. Government has launched online health initiative Yaran-e-Watan to enable overseas Pakistani health professionals to become part of national fight against coronavirus. Asian Development Bank will provide $1.7 billion to Pakistan to counter the impact of coronavirus. Pakistan military leadership has taken serious note of Indian aggression on line of control and irresponsible statements by the Indian military leaders. AJK President demands emergency meeting of the UN Security Council to take notice of genocide being committed in Indian-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. And now the news in detail. A meeting of the National Coordination Committee on Coronavirus was held with Prime Minister in the chair in Islamabad today. The meeting discussed the coronavirus situation in the country. Prime Minister Imran Khan says Parliament has a pivotal role in the fight against coronavirus. Talking to the National Assembly Speaker Asad Kaisar in Islamabad today, he said implementing the decisions taken at the Parliament level is our priority. The Prime Minister said the government is taking every possible step to rid the country of this virus. He said we have to surmount this challenge collectively as a nation. Asad Kaisar said a special parliamentary committee on coronavirus comprising parliamentary leaders has been constituted. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has said the government is making efforts to ensure safe and regulated return of stranded Pakistanis from abroad. Addressing Britain-based Pakistanis in Islamabad today, he said 10,000 Pakistanis have so far been brought back from different countries. About 2,285 Pakistanis have been brought back from Britain through 14 flights. The Foreign Minister said we are cognizant of the problems of the stranded Pakistanis and our missions abroad have been directed to fully look after them. He said apart from Pakistani International Airlines, we are trying to avail the services of other airlines to accelerate the process of the return of the stranded Pakistanis. An arrangement to this effect has been reached with Qatar. Talking to Minister for Planning and Development Asad Umar in Islamabad today, Minister for Foreign Affairs Shah Mahmood Qureshi said Pakistan has launched the preparedness and response plan globally to effectively stop the spread of pandemic and to increase medical efficiency. He said this plan will help us increase the capacity of testing and setting up of new laboratories. The government has launched an online Pakistani diaspora health initiative, namely Yaran-e-Watan, for overseas Pakistani health professionals to enable them to become part of the national fight against coronavirus. This was stated by Special Assistant to the Prime Minister on National Health Services, Dr. Zafar Mirza, while addressing a news briefing in Islamabad this afternoon. He said health experts can register themselves on the website yaran.gov.pk. He said the initiative has been launched in collaboration with Ministry of National Health Services, Regulations and Coordination, the Ministry of Overseas Pakistanis and Human Resource Development, with support from the Pakistani Diaspora Health Organizations. Special Assistant to Prime Minister on Social Protection and Poverty Alleviation Dr. Sania Nishtar has expressed the resolve that no one will be allowed to illegally deduct money from Ehsaas Emergency Cash Program, which is aimed at providing assistance to low-income families. She was addressing a news briefing along with the PTI leader Shehbaz Gill on the details of Prime Minister's Ehsaas Emergency Cash Program in Islamabad this afternoon. She said the government is disbursing 144 billion rupees among 5,437 million deserving families under the Prime Minister's Ehsaas program, which is totally non-political, transparent and merit-based. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. Asian Development Bank has assured to provide $1.7 billion to Pakistan to fight the impact of coronavirus. The assurance was given by the president of the bank during a virtual meeting with Minister for Economic Affairs, Khusro Bakhtiar. The bank will approve $800 million budget support by June this year. It will provide the next tranche of $900 million by the end of this year. The number of confirmed coronavirus cases in the country has soared to 11,155. These include 4,767 cases in Punjab, 3,671 in Sindh, 1,541 in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, 607 in Balochistan, 300 in Gilgit-Baltistan, 214 in Islamabad Capital Territory, and 55 in Azad Kashmir. 2,527 patients have so far recovered, while the death toll from the virus stands at 237, with 13 new deaths and 642 new cases reported during the last 24 hours. Pakistan's military leadership has taken serious note of Indian aggression on the line of control and irresponsible statements of their Indian counterparts. These views were expressed during a special conference of principal staff officers chaired by Chief of Army Staff General Qamar Javed Bajwa in Rawalpindi today. Sharing details of the meeting at a news briefing in Rawalpindi today, DG ISPR Major General Babar Iftikhar said the Indian side has recently intensified ceasefire violations. He said at the time when the world is uniting amid coronavirus, RSS-inspired extremist Modi government is violating international laws. Major General Babar Iftikhar said Indian forces are using heavy artillery and using people of occupied Kashmir as human shields. He said India always blamed Pakistan to divert world attention from its atrocities being committed on Kashmiris when the world is fighting against COVID-19. Azad Jammu and Kashmir President Sardar Masood Khan says India has intensified its atrocities and persecution campaign against the people of Indian-occupied Jammu and Kashmir in the wake of coronavirus pandemic. In an exclusive interview with Radio Pakistan, he said whilst the world is preoccupied with COVID-19, it is imperative that the human rights situation in the occupied territory, as well as the key question of the right to self-determination of the Kashmiri people, must remain on the global agenda and must continue to receive world attention. He said the UN Security Council should immediately convene an emergency meeting to take notice of the genocide being committed in Indian-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. The AGK president said virtual diplomacy has been started to keep the world's attention focused on the lingering dispute. In this regard, contacts have been established through video link with the Kashmiri people and parliamentarians in Britain. In occupied Kashmir, clashes erupted in Pulwama town after Indian police subjected local residents to brute force today. According to Kashmir Media Service, people took to streets after police raided a Jami Masjid and resorted to vandalism. Indian police and troops fired tear gas shells to disperse the protesters, leading to intense clashes between the demonstrators and the force's personnel. Several people were injured in the clashes. Many youth were arrested and public property was damaged in different areas of the town by the occupation forces. The European Union Brexit negotiator Michael Barnier has deplored lack of progress in the latest round of post-Brexit trade talks, accusing Britain of stalling the negotiations. Speaking at a news briefing in Brussels after the Brexit talks today, he said the objective of tangible progress has only been partially achieved. Barnier said the United Kingdom does not want to engage seriously on certain fundamental issues. And now we have the weather report. Mainly hot and dry weather is likely to prevail in most parts of the country during the next 24 hours. However, light rain with wind and thunderstorms is expected in Islamabad, Pothohar region, Peshawar, Mardan and Kohat. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.